Today, we're diving into a subject that impacts millions of men but doesn't always get the full truth: erectile dysfunction. If you go to Wikipedia, you'll see a bold claim. The FDA doesn't recommend alternative therapies, and no scientific studies support natural solutions. That sounds convincing, until you actually dig into the research. Because when you look at real human randomized control trials, there are quite a few natural options that show significant improvement. So, let's cut through the noise. Erectile dysfunction isn't just about testosterone, although low testosterone does affect libido, mood, and muscle mass. The real root cause for many men is vascular health, the ability of your blood vessels to relax and allow blood to flow where it needs to. And the key player here is nitric oxide, the molecule that triggers that relaxation. When you're young, your nitric oxide is high and erections are effortless. But starting in your 30s, those levels decline decade by decade. By the time you're in your 60s or 70s, you may only have a fraction of the nitric oxide you once had. That's why maintaining or restoring those levels is so important. Now, Viagra doesn't actually increase nitric oxide. It just prevents your body from breaking it down too quickly. That's why it works. But it comes with side effects: headaches, flushing, changes in vision, even serious risks like stroke or heart attack. And that's exactly why men are searching for safer, natural options. So what causes erectile dysfunction in the first place? One of the biggest culprits is insulin resistance, something that builds up slowly from years of high sugar and refined carbs. It damages the endothelium, the lining of your arteries, making it harder to release nitric oxide. Other contributors include medications like SSRIs, beta blockers, and drugs for prostate enlargement, all of which can interfere with erections. Now, the good news: there are natural, proven strategies that can help reverse this problem. Foods like beets, arugula, pomegranate, and even dark chocolate boost nitric oxide naturally. Exercise, especially resistance training and interval training, improves both nitric oxide and insulin sensitivity. Supplements like L-citrulline, Panax ginseng, saffron, and ashwagandha have shown benefits in studies. Even simple habits like better sleep, cold therapy, nasal breathing, and pelvic floor exercises can make a big difference. For men with more advanced vascular damage, therapies like shockwave treatment are being researched as ways to break down scar tissue and stimulate new blood flow. When you put it all together, there are 9 key areas to focus on: fixing insulin resistance with a low-carb, low-sugar diet, supporting arousal by calming stress and activating the parasympathetic nervous system, exercising regularly, using supplements like L-citrulline and Panax ginseng, adding key nutrients like zinc, B vitamins, and vitamin D, prioritizing quality sleep, limiting alcohol and cutting out seed oils, boosting omega-3s for long-term vascular health, avoiding smoking and other habits that damage your arteries. And here's the most important part: studies show that with simple lifestyle changes like exercise, weight loss, and pelvic floor training, up to 40% of men can fully regain normal erectile function. That's without drugs, without side effects, just by restoring the body's natural ability to function the way it's supposed to. Now let me give you a few simple, research-backed upgrades you can try this week. First, a breathing trick that actually spikes nitric oxide: nasal humming. Your sinuses naturally make nitric oxide, and humming during a slow nasal exhale can raise nitric oxide in the airway dramatically. Try this. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, then hum softly on the exhale for 8 to 10 seconds. Do 5 rounds. This not only relaxes your nervous system, but primes blood flow chemistry right before intimacy. Second, time your nitrate foods smartly. Arugula and beets are the champions here. A great stack looks like this: Have an arugula-based lunch, then a concentrated beet juice or powder about 2 to 3 hours before activity. That way, you ride the peak of nitric oxide production exactly when you want it most. Here's a trick most men don't know. Skip antiseptic mouthwash around those meals. Your mouth bacteria are what convert dietary nitrate into nitrite, the direct precursor of nitric oxide. Strong mouthwash wipes those bacteria out, blunting the effect. If you want the full benefit, either avoid rinsing or use a gentle, non-antibacterial wash. On the supplement side, L-citrulline outperforms L-arginine because it bypasses gut breakdown and keeps nitric oxide levels elevated for longer. In one study, men with mild ED took 1.5 grams per day for a month and half of them returned to normal function. A good starting dose is 750 milligrams twice daily, with one dose taken 60 to 90 minutes before intimacy. Another proven combo is L-arginine with pycnogenol, a pine bark extract. Together, they've shown significant improvements in erectile function in trials. The key is not to take every supplement at once. Introduce one new element at a time so you know what's actually helping. Don't overlook pelvic floor training. 3 times a day, do 10 slow contractions of 5 seconds each, followed by 10 quick pulses. Add a 30-second endurance hold once daily. In clinical trials, this simple routine restored normal erections in nearly half of men after 3 months. Sleep is another game changer. If you have sleep apnea or heavy snoring, that alone can cause erectile dysfunction. Treating sleep apnea has been shown to improve both function and satisfaction. So, if you wake up tired, get evaluated. It could make a bigger difference than any pill. Finally, consider 2 daily treats that are actually medicinal: cocoa flavanols and pomegranate. A square of high cocoa dark chocolate or a pure cocoa drink boosts endothelial function within hours, while pomegranate seeds or juice support nitric oxide pathways long-term. The bottom line is this: your body is designed to heal. With the right food, the right movement, better sleep, and a few smart supplements, you can restore blood flow, improve nitric oxide, and bring your sex life back online, naturally, safely, and with benefits that go far beyond the bedroom.